I recently graduated with a bachelor's degree in English. It's a relief to have completed my undergraduate education, and I'm really excited for what lies ahead. But before a student moves on properly from this experience, she's congratulated a lot and is sometimes presented with gifts. Such gifts are generally monetary and extremely kind, and so it is her duty to dispense some thank yous. And such was the case with me. I finished writing out my notes of gratitude last night and realized I had several cards left. Since these cards blatantly shout, "Class of 2011," it's not like I can use them for any other occasion. I could have simply thrown them away, but that would be wasteful. Besides, I decided there were plenty of important supporters of my education whom I had not thanked, whom I never even think to thank. And so, without further ado, thank you notes to my neglected benefactors. To Henry James, thank you for being so challenging. That sounds sarcastic, but I mean it honestly. You gave my brain a real workout and you made me appreciate my own intelligence in an entirely new way. Don't take this the wrong way, but I'll probably never read you again. Love, Kiera Joe. To my bed. Dear bed, thank you for always being there when I needed you. Even though sometimes when I needed you most I refused to give in to your comfort. You are inspirational. Love, Kiera Joe. To William Shakespeare. Do you mind if I call you Will? Thank you, Will, for being such an amazing human being. Without you, many of my classes would have changed entirely or even ceased to exist. Thank you for your timeless understanding of the world and the people in it. And for your fantastic sense of humor. Never stop being brilliant. Love, Kiera Joe. P.S. Loved you in that episode of Doctor Who a while back. To Lady Victoria Ashby. You are not an iPhone, but you are my phone. Thank you for being my cell phone, even if I do treat you rough. Many mornings I wouldn't have even made it to class if you hadn't been there to wake me. And I'll admit a few of my lecture classes would have bored me to tears without you to entertain me. Love, Kiera Joe. For the internet. Thank you, internet, for always being a welcome distraction from homework. During mini semesters, I could have easily gone stark raving mad, but instead I used you to post videos, tweet about being creepy, and overwhelm about 200 people's daily booth feeds. Love, Kiera Joe. To Jane Austen. Thank you for being oh so classy. I've always loved you, and you know this. Furthermore, if you hadn't been the last author on the syllabus for my studies in prose class, I surely would not have been able to suffer through the first 10 weeks of my last semester. Love, Kiera Joe. Spark Notes. Oh, Spark Notes. Thank you for saving my neck more times than I care to admit. Well, I certainly wish your library was more extensive. You have served me well on the titles that you did have. I'll never forget you. Love, Kiera Joe. To Harry Potter. Thank you for existing. Thank you for always sitting there on my bookshelf with your beautiful words, and for occasionally luring me away from my studies for at least a chapter or two. After reading a lot of realism, it was really nice to be reminded of your whimsy and your utter brilliance. Thank you for being an escape. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you so much. Love, Kiera Joe. To Candy. Thank you for being a motivator on those nights when I just could not finish reading that book and could not finish writing that essay. You often worked when nothing else would. You were great. Thank you. Love, Kiera Joe. To Herbal Tea. Thank you for helping me feel calm, relaxed, and comforted. Even the times when I was sick and working on a beast of a paper. Somehow you always put up with me and never even batted an eye at the exorbitant amount of sugar that I took with you. Love, Kiera Joe. And lastly, to YouTube. Thank you for being there whenever I felt like posting a video, and for not caring about my inconsistency when I did not. You are super mega foxy awesome hot, and I hope we'll be together for a long time into the future no matter what path I end up taking. Love, Kiera Joe.